Hello, you're about to view the eMDs Practice Partner C-CDA export and upload instructions. This contains the same information as the PDF version that you can download from our webpage. However, if you'd like to follow along rather than read in those instructions, this is a great option. In part 1 of the slideshow, it will show you how to extract your data from Practice Partner. This is reviewed in steps 1 through 7. If this is your initial PPRNet extract, please continue here with step 1. For all other members, please continue to step 5, which starts on slide 6 of this presentation. For those of you starting here, please log into your PPRNet data portal account, which the credentials were provided to you via email when you joined PPRNet. And you'll select the option here as shown on the right hand side of this slide to download the upload utility.jar file. Next, you'll download the Fix Patient's Last Active Date executable file to your PPART folder. If this fix happens to download to your Downloads folder, please go ahead right now and move that to your PPART folder. It will not run unless it is located in your PPART folder. And this fix must be run every time before you start the C-CDA export. These details about running it are ahead in step number 5. Step 3 is confirming that you have Java JRE version 7 or later installed on your computer. If you do have Java installed, you can feel free to skip to the next step. For those of you that don't, please pause here and check out the details listed on this slide to be sure that you are downloading the correct version for your operating system. This is used for the upload utility at the end of this presentation for when you're uploading your data to PPRNet. Next, you will create a new folder in your existing PPART folder and you'll name it PPRNet data. This is where the extracted files are going to be saved from your Practice Partner system in the following steps. Step 5, run the Fix Patient's Last Active Date executable that has been previously saved in your PPART folder. I want to highlight this step. It is one that is either not run correctly or without error or oftentimes skipped. So this is a very important step, and in order to run it, this executable file must be saved in your PPART folder. Many of you have tried to run it from your Downloads folder, in which you'll get the pputilities.dll is missing from your computer error, here highlighted in red. In order to know if it's running, you will get that command prompt there in black stating that it started fixing the patient's last active date and finished fixing the patient's last active date. Unless you see that line, do not close out of the command prompt. To start running it, you will just double click it or right click it and run as an administrator. This will take a few minutes to run, and this needs to be run every time before you proceed to the export step. Step 6 is the last thing that you'll do before you start to export your C-CDAs. You will want to clear all the contents from your PPRNet data folder. If this is your initial extract, you obviously won't have anything in there. However, as you run this each month or every quarter, you will have the old C-CDA files in there. This will just prevent you from attempting to try to upload those. We do have checks in place that will prevent files that are over 30 days old from being uploaded using the upload utility. However, it's important to clear that out just to prevent any confusion. In step 7, you will be starting to run the export medical summary from Practice Partner. You will navigate to the Reports tab, select Patient Records, and then select Export Medical Summary. I wanted to point this out here before you begin your export and select your date range. Practice Partner Immunizations laboratory results and vital sign data is limited to the dates that fall within the extract date range entered into the fields on the following screens. If you've entered backdated data, you'll want to use a longer date range than 1 year so that it encompasses the date of the immunization or lab. Additionally, you'll want to be sure that the immunization report status default includes all statuses indicating the vaccine has been administered. This might vary by offices. As you'll see circled in red in this practice, X, E, and T's indicate that the immunization has been given. You'll find that screen in Practice Partner under the Maintenance tab, Configuration, Special Features, and then you'll select Record 6 tab, and then Health Maintenance. That's where you can make those changes. From the Export Medical Summary option, the first thing you'll want to check there is the option saying Patients last seen on specified dates optionally by provider on the top of the screen. For the document type, you'll select C-CDA Clinical Summary Type, and very important step, for the export only patient's data from this date until this date, we ask that you always submit 1 full year of data using today as your end date. So if you were running this, for example, on the 7th of May, you would use 5/1/2016, the previous year, through today, 5/7/2017. This ensures that we are always capturing all of your active patient population. Next, you'll be asked to select which provider's patients you'd like to export, and since we'd like all your active patients for all of your providers, you'll just toggle to the blank provider ID field in the top there, and then next you'll use the date range that you just used on the previous screen using 1 full year and today as your end date. Next, it will prompt you to locate the folder in which you'd like the C-CDA XML files to be saved, and you will save those into that created PPRNet data folder in your PPART folder. The next screen is asking you which sections of the medical summary you'd like to export. We'd like you to make sure all the boxes are checked since we would like all sections to be included in the C-CDA. You'll select OK, and then once the exporting is finished, you'll get that little pop-up there that says Done Exporting Files, and at that time you can select OK. Part 2 of this slideshow will walk you through uploading your data to PPRNet using the PPRNet upload utility. Step 8. Please navigate to your PPRNet data folder. If your XML files were individually zipped upon export, please follow steps 8A through 8E below to unzip them. If not, you can continue to step 10. Most of you will find that your files were individually zipped, so you'll need to complete steps 8 and 9. Steps 8A through E will show you how to extract files with 7-zip. First, you'll download and install the free 7-zip software from your internet browser. Next, you'll open the 7-zip file manager and navigate to the zipped files you'll want to extract. Select these files and select the Extract button. An extract window will open, and you'll click the button next to the Extract To field, the ellipsis there pointed out by the red arrow. Create a new folder in your PPART folder by clicking Make New Folder button and name it PPRNet Data_Unzipped. Select this newly created folder and then select the OK button. An extracting progress window will open, and when it reaches 100%, the window will close and your file will be extracted to the location you selected. You should have selected that PPRNet Data_Unzipped folder. If after running steps 8A through 8E, your XML files are still contained in individual folders, please complete steps 9A through 9D before proceeding to the upload utility step 10. Steps 9A through 9D will walk you through removing the C-CDA files from the individual folders. First, you'll open the folder containing the C-CDA files, which should be that PPRNet Data_Unzipped folder. In the search field at the top right, you'll enter an asterisk into that box as pointed out by the red arrow here. Click on the Type tab to sort and then scroll down to the first XML file and click once on it to highlight it. Then you'll scroll down to the last XML file while holding the Shift key down and click the last XML file to highlight the XML files. At this point, all XML files should be highlighted and you'll Control-C to copy them and paste them into a new folder. Step 10 will walk you through transferring your files to PPRNet using the Upload Utility file. So you'll navigate to your PPART folder, double-click the PPRNet Upload Utility.jar to open the screen on the left. Once open, you'll select Open, and you'll then navigate to the folder in which you've saved the individual XML files. These are the extracted and unzipped versions, just the XML files alone in that folder. You'll navigate there and select Open. Once that process begins, it may take a few hours to process through all the files. It is checking each file to be sure it is a C-CDA file that was recently created. It does use temporary space on your C drive, so if it crashes partway through, you may need to free up some space on your C drive. If at any point the utility closes without prompting you to enter your ID and password, your files have not been successfully transferred to us, and you'll want to reach out to Vanessa Congdon or Dr. Ruth Jenkins to find out alternate ways of submitting your data or to troubleshoot you in trying this process again. This concludes the presentation of the extract and upload instructions. If you have any questions at all about any of the steps, please contact Vanessa Congdon at congdonv@musc.edu or Dr. Ruth Jenkins at jenkinsr@musc.edu. Thank you.